Welcome to HD Coins World. Today we are looking at 5 United States 1-cent coins that almost nobody knows about, but collectors are hunting for them every single day. These pennies look ordinary, but they hide shocking secrets, minting mistakes, and extreme rarity that can turn a simple pocket change find into something truly unbelievable. Stay with me, because each of these 5 coins becomes more surprising than the last, and the final one has a record that almost no collector will ever see in a lifetime. Number 1. Have you ever picked up a simple Lincoln penny and wondered if it could secretly be worth thousands of dollars without anyone realizing it? Today on HD Coins World we explore one of the most surprising and misunderstood United States 1-cent coins ever made, the 1966 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, a coin that millions overlook, yet the right one can bring an unbelievable price at auction. Before we reveal any values, let us begin with a mystery that coin collectors love to investigate. Because this penny was minted during one of the strangest times in United States mint history, a period that completely changed how coins were produced, and that secret is what gives the 1966 cent its hidden importance. In the mid-1960s, the United States experienced a national coin shortage, and the government passed the Coinage Act of 1965. Which temporarily removed mint marks from nearly all United States coins, including the Lincoln cent, a decision that makes the 1966 penny unique in the entire series. When the mintage numbers were released, collectors were shocked, because more than 2 billion 1966 cents were produced, a massive total that made people believe this coin could never be rare. But that assumption hides the real truth that only a microscopic fraction survived in top gem condition. At first glance, the 1966 Lincoln cent looks just like any other memorial reverse penny, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front, the words Liberty and In God We Trust, and on the reverse the Lincoln Memorial with the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 cent. Even though billions were struck, most of these coins entered heavy circulation, losing their original mint luster, developing scratches, marks, discoloration, and damage. And this natural wear makes true high-grade survivors extremely rare and very desirable to serious collectors. The key to value in this coin is not the date, but the condition, because collectors will pay extraordinary premiums only for coins that remain in pristine uncirculated gem red condition, with bright copper color, full detail, and no cleaning or damage of any kind. This is why grading becomes so important. Because a 1966 cent with a red-brown or brown surface has common value, but an example graded red, with full original color, becomes a treasure that immediately attracts collector attention and strong bidding competition. Now here is the moment you have been waiting for, the part that keeps viewers watching to the end, because it is time to reveal the highest verified auction price ever recorded for a 1966 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. And this number surprises almost everyone, according to the Professional Coin Grading Service. The highest recorded sale for a business strike 1966 Lincoln cent graded MS-67 red reached an incredible $6,463 United States dollars at auction, an astonishing amount for a coin that originally cost 1 cent. Think about that for a moment. A simple penny, often ignored in pocket change, became a 4-figure treasure because of its condition, color, and rarity at the top grade levels, proving once again that even common dates can hold extraordinary value when preserved perfectly. So what should you look for? And how can you identify a potentially valuable 1966 cent? The answer is simple. Search for strong original. Red color, brilliant luster, minimal contact marks, no spots, no scratches, and absolutely no signs of cleaning or polishing. If your coin looks bright and fresh, it may be worth submitting to a grading service, because only a tiny number qualify for the highest MS grades, and those are the coins that achieve the strongest prices and gain the attention of advanced United States cent collectors. In the world of Lincoln cents, high-grade survivors from the 1960s are much rarer than most people expect, because circulation destroyed nearly all of them, making the few remaining gems extremely valuable, and the 1966 cent is one of the best examples of this phenomenon. So the next time you find a 1966 penny and change or inside a coin jar, take a closer look, inspect the surfaces carefully, and ask yourself whether this could be one of the rare survivors that collectors chase. Because hidden treasures still appear when least expected. Thank you for watching HD Coins World, where we bring professional, trustworthy, and exciting knowledge for United States coin collectors and casual viewers. And remember to like, subscribe, and join us again as we continue to uncover the hidden value inside the coins you see every day. Number 2. Have you ever wondered if a simple Lincoln penny from the 1970s could secretly be worth thousands of dollars, hidden in plain sight inside your change jar or coin rolls? Today on HD Coins World we explore the mysterious and unexpected value of the 1971 D Lincoln cent, a Denver minted penny that millions of people overlook every single day. Unaware that a tiny number have sold for unbelievable amounts at auction. Before we reveal the value, let us start with the mystery behind this coin, because the 1970s were an unusual period for United States coinage, a time when the mint produced enormous quantities of coins, yet only a microscopic fraction survived in the highest possible condition. The Denver Mint struck more than 2 billion 1971 D Lincoln cents, one of the largest mintages of the decade, and because of that massive number, many collectors assumed these coins would never become special or valuable, but that assumption turned out to be very wrong. Now let us examine its design, which is the classic Lincoln memorial cent that Americans know well. The obverse shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, and the date 1971 with the D Mint mark placed just below it. On the reverse we see the Lincoln Memorial, with United States of America across the top, 1 cent at the bottom, and the motto E Pluribus Unum centered above the memorial, a design used for 50 years and loved by generations of collectors. The composition of this coin contains 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams, and because copper coins tone and darken naturally over time, only very few examples kept their bright red luster, making red-graded coins extremely desirable. Here is the truth that surprises many collectors. Although billions were minted, almost all 1971 D cents circulated heavily, developing scratches, wear, spots, discoloration, or contact marks from coin machines, and this heavy circulation destroyed nearly all top-grade survivors. This is why condition is everything in the world of the 1971 D penny, because lower-grade or brown examples have normal value, but the gem examples with full red color and sharp detail are the ones collectors chase with serious passion and strong bidding energy. Before we reveal the highest verified auction price, understand this. The Denver Mint struck coins very quickly in the early 1970s, and quality control was mixed, which means perfectly preserved coins are extremely rare, especially in grades above Mint State 66. Now the moment you have been waiting for, the part that keeps viewers watching until the end. Let us reveal the highest verified auction price ever paid for a 1971 D Lincoln cent, and this number shocks almost everyone who hears it for the first time. According to the Professional Coin Grading Service, the highest recorded sale for a 1971 D Lincoln cent graded MS-67 red reached an astonishing $4,813 United States dollars, a truly impressive figure for a 1-cent coin minted in the billions. This proves one powerful lesson for every collector: even common-date Lincoln cents can become extremely valuable when preserved in flawless gem condition, because top-grade survivors are rarer than mint errors, rarer than varieties, and often rarer than low mintage issues. So what should you check for if you find a 1971 D cent? Start by looking for bright uniform red color, strong luster, minimal contact marks, no fingerprints, no corrosion, and no cleaning, because those flaws instantly remove any chance at top-level value. If your coin looks sharp enough to glow under the light, it may be worth submitting to a grading service, because MS-67 red examples are extraordinarily rare. And those are the coins that bring four-figure prices and attract major collectors in the United States penny market. The 1971 D Lincoln cent teaches an important lesson to all viewers of HD Coins World. Rarity is not always about low mintage numbers. Sometimes rarity comes from survival, from condition, and from the almost impossible task of keeping a copper coin perfect for more than 50 years. So the next time you search through pocket change, coin rolls, or your childhood coin jar, keep an eye out for the 1971 D penny. Because hidden treasures still appear in the most unexpected places, and your next discovery may be more valuable than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching HD Coins World, the most trustworthy and educational rare coin channel, and remember to like, subscribe, and return for more deep dives into the hidden value inside United States coins that millions of people never notice. Number 3. Have you ever fished a penny from a jar and wondered if that ordinary coin could hide a secret that makes collectors excited and serious bidders reach deep into their pockets? Today on HD Coins World we are shining the spotlight on a modern era coin that many people pass by without a second thought. The 1981 D Lincoln cent from the Denver Mint. A coin minted in enormous numbers yet capable of surprising value in the right condition. At first glance, the 1981 D looks exactly like the familiar Lincoln Memorial cent that Americans used for decades, with President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But the story behind value and rarity is not about the design, it is about survival and condition. Understand this core fact. The Denver Mint struck more than 5 billion 1981 D Lincoln cents, a production so large that most examples seen today are common in circulating grades, which is why condition and certified grade determine everything for this date. The metal composition is the classic modern bronze formula of 95% copper and 5% zinc for this era, a composition that can retain brilliant red color when protected, but that also is highly vulnerable to wear, toning, and surface damage in circulation. Here is the key collector truth. Because so many were produced and so many circulated, only the top mint state survivors with original red luster, designated RD, are scarce and worth a strong premium, while red-brown and brown examples remain plentiful and generally modestly priced. Do not confuse common date with no value, because condition creates rarity. A 1981 D graded at MS67 RD or better is exponentially rarer than the typical coin in a pocket change roll, and specialists actively hunt for those flawless red survivors. Now let us look at the market and collector demand so you understand why this coin can move from a few cents to real money when the grade is exceptional. Modern era collectors seek high-grade examples to complete registry sets, to secure eye appeal survivors, and to invest in coins that are unlikely to be replaced easily in the future. Before we reveal the auction number, remember why we delay values. The suspense keeps viewers watching, it increases retention, and it makes the reveal far more powerful. So keep watching to the end because the highest verified auction result for this date is a strong proof point for condition-driven rarity. Here is the reveal you have been waiting for. The highest verified auction price recorded for a standard 1981 D Lincoln cent business strike is 5,170 United States dollars, achieved for a coin graded PCGS MS67 Plus RD at a heritage auction sale on January 4, 2017. That sale proves the lesson. A 1-cent piece, minted in the billions, can reach a 5-figure price when it survives in near-perfect, original red condition and is certified by a top grading service, because collectors prize both rarity of survivors and absolute eye appeal. What should you inspect if you find a 1981 D in a roll, a jar, or a dealer lot? First, examine color. True RD, bright red, surfaces command the highest premiums, and second, check surface quality, minimal contact marks, full luster, and no signs of cleaning or corrosion are essential for top value. Errors and dramatic varieties can also create strong value spikes for this date, so look for doubled dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and planchet defects, because an otherwise common date can become rare and collectible when an authentic error is present. If a coin looks promising, the professional path is to submit it to a major grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading, because certified grade and population reports are how the market recognizes and values the finest survivors. A practical tip for viewers: avoid cleaned coins, avoid harshly polished surfaces, and favor pieces with natural, original surfaces. Cleaned or altered coins will be rejected by advanced collectors and will not achieve the high premium seen in certified gem red sales. In closing, the 1981 D Lincoln cent is an ideal example of modern era condition sensitivity. The baseline coin is common, yet the very best survivors are scarce and can command serious money, as demonstrated by the documented heritage auction result of $5,170 for a PCGS MS67 Plus RD specimen. Thank you for watching HD Coins World, where professional, trustworthy, and educational guidance helps collectors and casual viewers alike spot hidden value in everyday coins. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you do not miss our next hunt for the coins hiding inside your pocket change. Number 4. Have you ever picked up a simple old penny and wondered if it might be hiding a secret that only serious collectors know about? Today on HD Coins World we are exploring the 1967 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, a coin that appears common at first glance, yet contains a surprising story of rarity, survival, and hidden value. Before we reveal any prices, let us begin with the mystery behind this coin, because the 1960s were one of the most unusual periods in United States mint history, a time when mint marks disappeared, coin production soared, and collectors were left wondering which coins would become scarce over time. In 1967, the United States Mint struck more than 3 billion Lincoln cents at the Philadelphia Mint, all without mint marks as part of a temporary policy to reduce coin collecting and ease a national coin shortage. This massive production makes the date look common. But the real secret lies not in how many were made, but in how few survived in perfect condition. On the obverse, the coin features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1967, with no mint mark underneath because all cents that year were struck in Philadelphia. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, the statue inside its center, and the inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent. Forming the classic memorial design used from 1959 to 2008. The coin is struck from the traditional 95% copper and 5% zinc alloy, weighing 3.11 grams, a copper composition that develops brown and red-brown tones as it ages, making full bright red examples extremely difficult to find today. While billions were minted, most 1967 pennies circulated heavily, collecting scratches, discoloration, fingerprints, corrosion, and surface wear that destroyed their chance of ever becoming high-grade coins sought by serious collectors. This makes the few surviving mint state red examples very scarce and the best condition pieces rare enough to generate competition at auction. Collectors who study this coin know that the 1967 Lincoln cent is a classic example of condition rarity, a coin that is common at lower grades but becomes incredibly desirable in upper mint state levels with original bright red luster. Only a tiny percentage of these coins survived with the perfect surfaces, full luster, and untouched appearance needed to reach MS66 or MS67 grades, which is where the serious value begins. And now we come to the moment you have been waiting for, the moment we reveal the highest verified auction price ever recorded for a 1967 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, a result that surprises almost everyone who hears it for the first time. According to the Professional Coin Grading Service, a 1967 Lincoln cent graded MS67 red sold for an astonishing $4,945 United States dollars at auction, proving that even a 1-cent coin from the 1960s can bring an incredible price when preserved perfectly. That price teaches an important lesson for all collectors and viewers. Rarity is not always about low mintage, it is about survival in top condition. And the 1967 no mint mark penny shows exactly how powerful condition can be when a coin has almost no surviving examples at the highest grades. What should you look for if you want to find a valuable 1967 penny? You must search for bright full red color, strong luster, no carbon spots, no scratches, no cleaning marks, and a sharp strike. Because every flaw lowers the grade and reduces the value, collectors pay close attention to the smallest defects on these coins, and only coins with flawless surfaces, original mint color, and perfect eye appeal have a chance of achieving MS67 red, the level where this date shows its true value potential. So the next time you come across a 1967 penny inside a coin jar, a roll of change, or an old collection, do not ignore it, because hidden among The common worn coins may be a rare, brilliant survivor that stands out dramatically from the rest. Your next treasure could be waiting right in your hand, and that is the excitement of coin collecting. Thank you for watching HD Coins World, where we bring you professional, trustworthy, and exciting information about rare United States coins for collectors and casual viewers alike. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the hidden value inside everyday coins. Number 5. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and wondered if it hides a secret that millions of collectors desperately wish they could uncover? Today on HD Coins World, we explore one of the most surprising and mysterious dates in United States coin history, the 1974 Lincoln cent, a year when the United States Mint created not one, but two very different versions of the same penny, each with a completely different story and value. Before we reveal the prices, let us begin with a mystery that almost nobody outside the numismatic world understands, because the 1974 penny carries a hidden chapter that involves rising metal prices, mint experiments, government orders, and a handful of coins that should not exist at all. Let us begin with the coin that most people recognize, the regular 1974 copper Lincoln cent, struck in enormous numbers by the Denver Mint. Over 4 billion pieces made for everyday circulation. Because of this huge mintage, most people assume that all 1974 pennies are common, but that assumption hides a powerful truth that only serious collectors understand. The coin features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1974 with the small d mint mark beneath the year. The reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, with the inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent, completing the classic memorial design used for an entire generation of United States coinage. The composition is 95% copper and 5% zinc. But here is where the story becomes fascinating, because in the early 1970s copper prices began rising so fast that the United States Mint feared the metal and every penny might soon cost more than the coin itself. To solve this problem, the Mint secretly experimented with new metals. And one of those experiments produced the second version of the 1974 penny, a version almost nobody outside the government expected to see, the incredible and ultra-rare 1974 aluminum Lincoln cent. This experimental coin looked silver instead of copper, felt lighter in the hand, and was never meant to be released to the public, making surviving examples almost unbelievably rare. Most of these aluminum coins were ordered to be destroyed, and only a tiny number were struck at the Denver Mint, making them some of the scarcest modern United States coins ever created. The existence of even one example caused controversy, legal questions, and intense collector excitement, because an experimental coin from the Denver Mint should not exist at all. Now let us build the suspense, because in a moment we will reveal the two highest values attached to the 1974 Lincoln cent, one for the regular copper version and one for the ultra-rare aluminum version, and the difference in value is absolutely astonishing. First, let us talk about the regular copper 1974 Lincoln cent, because even a common coin can become a treasure when preserved in perfect gem condition. A top-graded MS-67 red example reached an impressive $3,518 United States dollars at auction, proving that perfect condition can transform an ordinary 1-cent coin into a valuable collectible treasure. But the story becomes even more incredible when we examine the estimated value of the ultra-rare 1974 aluminum Lincoln cent, the experimental coin that should never have survived and that almost no collector has ever seen in person. Collectors and experts widely believe that if a genuine example were legally allowed to be sold at a public auction, it would create a bidding war unlike any modern Lincoln cent sale in history. Based on expert estimates, sales of similar experimental coins, and statements from top numismatic researchers, a 1974 aluminum Lincoln cent is expected to sell for $250,000 United States dollars or more, instantly placing it among the highest valued modern Lincoln pennies in United States history. This enormous estimated value is not based on metal, but on rarity, secrecy, and the extraordinary historical story behind the coin, making it one of the most legendary modern cents ever produced. Imagine holding a penny that should not exist, A penny struck experimentally and then recalled, a penny that, if sold, could bring $250,000 or more at auction. So here is the most important lesson: if you find a 1974 D penny in your change, your drawer, or your coin jar, pay close attention to it. If it is copper, check the condition, look for brilliant red surfaces, luster, minimal marks, and absolutely no cleaning, because top-grade survivors still command serious collector attention. If the coin ever appears silver in color, extremely light in weight, or appears different from all other pennies, you may be looking at something extraordinary. And that coin must be authenticated immediately by professionals who understand the legal and historical importance involved. Thank you for watching HT Coins World, the most trusted place for rare United States coin education, history, and exciting discoveries. In our next episode of Lincoln Cents, we will tell you about one ultra-rare modern penny that sold for one of the highest prices in United States history.